Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. Tony Scarlett Johansson tells Playboy that monogamy isn't natural.
I'm Tony Kornheiser, and that's exactly why we broke up.
You and Scarlett?
Yeah.
She's in that new movie, right?
She is beautiful. She's always, her most recent movie, she's always playing something with artificial intelligence from another time, and half android, half people.
She didn't have anything old-fashioned like this crutch.
You gonna talk about your crutch?
Beat people down with this.
Yeah.
Beat down method. Weapon on the set.
Even you aren't old enough. If I did a Walter Brennan reference.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you would get that one too?
Sure.
We just lost all of our audience.
Yeah, we did.
Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, soft muscles, back spasms, and a slash to the thigh.
Ooh.
But we begin today with the Warriors and the Cavaliers. Both teams play their last game before the All-Star break tonight. When asked to look forward to the NBA Finals, Klay Thompson told FS1, quote, "I don't think we would be disappointed if Cleveland wasn't there, but it would be shocking if they didn't make it. I'd be very shocked. During the playoff, your rotation shrinks, and I think Cleveland is built for that," unquote. Wilbon, you have maintained now for months that either the Cavs or the Warriors will not make the finals this year. Are you sticking with that insane prediction?
Tony, it's not a prediction. Any prediction would have to result in Cavaliers and Warriors. But I'm going to go historical on you. Because this league, I think, has had 68 championship rounds. And never have two teams played each other 3 consecutive years. That means no, Wilt and Jerry West didn't play the Celtics that many times. No, Russell and Cousy didn't play anybody 3 straight times. No, Magic and Bird didn't. No, Magic and Michael. No, it's never happened. And I think what happens, Tony, you have to look at attrition. We look at this Kevin Love injury, and we both agree he can get back in time to be Kevin Love.
Absolutely.
But we don't know.
Sure.
And there could be other injuries coming, which I hate. I don't want to see the NBA Finals or the playoffs marred by injury.
Well,
but there's a reason it's never happened.
Yeah. I would tell you that history is history until something changes history.
Right.
Nobody won 100 games in a row until UConn won 100 games in a row a couple of nights ago.
That's right.
I think these two teams are by far the best teams in their respective conferences. And I understand San Antonio is a very, very good team. But the way Golden State is playing now, they're an untouchable team with Kevin Durant. They're untouchable. I understand that Kevin Love is hurt. But, you're not getting paid for what you do now. You're getting paid for what you do then.
Okay, but don't you
and
think
they're built
that
for the
some
playoffs,
of those teams I just mentioned, led by those great, great players, were untouchable at the time in the regular season? Of course they were. The Knicks at the time with
history
Russell,
is only
Bradley
history until it is changed and something happens that never happened before.
If one of these teams is going to miss, which one? If one of them is going to miss.
Well, at the moment, I would say that if one was going to miss, which I don't think is going to happen, I would say Cleveland because I don't know how Kevin Love will come back. But I think they're going to make it. Obviously, I think both are going to make it.
I'm not going to bet against them. I'm just saying history.
You just did.
No,
you just did.
I said history's betting against them.
You
want to go against history?
Your knee operation was a little north.
The drugs
and went to your head.
By the way, you didn't tell me about the drugs.
Drugs are good.
You didn't really sell
drugs.
It.
Kids, drugs are good.
No, don't say that.
Oh, okay.
Prescription drugs. So after knee surgery, Tom Brady is getting like Melo and LeBron, Tony. He won't go away. In part 2 of his convo with Peter King, Brady basically claims he has discovered the fountain of everlasting life, that if players simply follow his obsessive diet, his long, soft muscle theories, everybody could play indefinitely. Brady himself says he plans to play into his mid-40s and then, quote, "I'll make a decision," close quote. Tony, do you believe Brady's conditioning is as much a factor in his longevity as he thinks it is?
So I think the first thing you have to do is establish that Tom Brady is a unique athlete. He is playing better, older in his sport than anybody
ever has.
Anybody has ever done it. And so you pay attention when he talks about the crazy ice creams that he eats and the crazy diet that he has and the way he is elongated in the various workouts that he works at. And my belief is that if he thinks it's important, I'm willing to believe it's important. When you analyze what he says, it sounds like an infomercial. In fact, it sounds crazy. The way he conducts his life sounds crazy, but his results are undeniable.
It sounds like latter-day Todd Marinovich's daddy. But let me just say this. Look, I'm not going to doubt Brady thinks that all this contributes to his health. As a matter of fact, I would bet it does.
Yeah, I think so.
But he doesn't mention in there that he plays in a league where it's against the rules to hit him. Every time Tom Brady gets hit, he gets up looking for a flag, screaming at the officials. You can't hit him. This helps because the other players the other 21 players on the field aren't going to have that. So if they're in the Tom Brady fountain of everlasting, they're still going to get hit. He doesn't.
He got 9 years ago, he got hit. and he hurt his knee, and he was out for the whole season.
Yeah.
And other than that, he has played every single game in his career except the ones Roger Goodell told him he could not play.
He doesn't miss.
Now, I think think that's lucky. I think that's good fortune.
It's good health, too.
But until Tom Brady gets beaten, as he ultimately will by Father Time.
Of course.
But he has gone longer and better than anyone. So I give him the credit.
You know what? Didn't Kareem do this essentially 45 years ago and last longer than anybody in basketball?
He missed a couple of playoff seasons, I thought. Not the full season. I thought he got hurt a little, but not much. Not much. Antoine Vermette, a center on the Anaheim Ducks, was apparently miffed at a linesman last night after a face-off where Vermette's body language indicated he did not appreciate how the puck was dropped. Vermette was so miffed that he slashed the ref on the back of the leg. Vermette was tossed for Category 2 abuse of an official, which normally leads to a 10-game suspension. Wilbon, is that enough for you?
It's either 3 games, 10 games, or 20 games. There's a little menu there you can have. When I heard about it, I wanted him gone for the season.
I had the exact same reaction.
And then when I looked at it, I thought, you know what? Send him away for a while, either 3 or 10. I'm okay with 10. But he didn't. He just sort of went, hey, you still can't do it. You still, because it's a slippery slope here. You can't do it.
So when Kelleher tells me this morning about this story, I say, how many games are left in the season?
Right,
and he goes, 24. I said, he's out. He's out.
And
then, like you, I watched it, and it's more of a love tap. Now, he's got to go, and I'll tell you why he's got to go.
How many?
Well, I'll get to that in a second. Referees have to believe that the league has their backs.
Yes, at all times.
You cannot be touched.
That's right.
If you normally get 10 for this, because I think the intent was to hit but not to hurt. If you normally get 10, I'd go 15. I might even go 20, but I'm not going to go the rest of the season like I was convinced to do at 11 o'clock this morning.
24 games left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go 3. So I'm
no, you can't go 3.
I'm going 10. You have to remind not just Vermette, but every player in the league, if you touch a ref, we're taking you down.
No, your refs have to have confidence in you. I mean, the guy is blindsided. He's hit from behind. He doesn't even know what's coming. Sometimes a crazy hockey player will go right into a ref head on. That's a different deal. This
20.
This is bad.
It is.
It's not as bad as I thought, but it is
worse.
certainly bad.
10.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm going 15.
I would say it's been decided.
15. We'll take your crutch and smash it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boom. Hot bench.
Tony, we have breaking news on Tiger Woods. You want to guess what it is?
No, I really don't.
Withdrawing from a tournament? Nah. He withdrew from a press conference today.
Oh, that's good.
The Genesis Open at your fave Riviera.
No.
What?
Bel Air is my favorite.
Okay, now you're just trolling.
Uncle
Benefits
Big Al.
the Tiger Woods Foundation, so you know he wants to promote this. You know he does. But that old bugaboo back spasms won't even let him sit up and answer questions. Tone, what does this tell you?
Tells me one word. Enough. Seriously, enough. I mean, look, Tiger is now using his back as a shield. This is a shield against the single question that he's going to get 20 times that he doesn't want to get. Are you done?
I think he's hurt.
I don't doubt that he has back spasms. And I don't doubt he will continue to have them for as long as he almost deludes himself that he's going to play golf.
Right.
But he doesn't want to answer, are you done? He doesn't want to hear it, so he's ducking the press conference.
He doesn't want to think about it, and I don't blame him. Promoting the Tiger Woods Foundation in an event, this is an enormous deal, which says to me, because I've been to a couple of these events, I've thankfully played in the Pro-Am in a couple of these events. Let me just say,
do you think he couldn't be put in a chair in a hospital room
like
and put
a Phil
camera
Jackson,
on him?
Phil Jackson throne chair?
He doesn't want to hear
Speaking of Phil, this is now, we've gone to Phil land, that every report on Tiger is missing something. And I again,
Hold
we're not.
You're sitting here. You had knee surgery yesterday. You're doing the show.
Oh, yeah.
You have a crutch because you can do the show, and Tiger can't do a press conference.
He's hurting more than me. Back spasms. Back spasms.
I can't
I'd be bent over like Walter Brennan.
Okay. They're the Walter Brennan reference again. Okay, but
Google Walter Brennan, kids.
Every time something happens that he doesn't want to deal with, he's going to say, "Oh, my back."
No, I don't. That's not my hot take. My take on this is he's hurting.
Do you know what?
Tiger Woods is hurting. These back spasms have
Who wants Tiger to play more than us? Nobody. We want to play.
We do. We want.
Do you know that you can get 20-1 right now today?
On what?
That he will win a major this year.
Major what?
Well, he's not even going to play any majors this year. 20-1? Really?
Man, go to Vegas now.
Boom.
Wow.
One day after everybody in Western civilization was foaming at the mouth at the imminent prospect of Floyd Mayweather fighting your boy, Conor McGregor.
Nice suits.
Mayweather himself said, quote, "There seems to be several rumors floating around the media recently. However, let the record show there haven't been any deals made in regards to a fight between myself and any other fighter. I am happily retired and enjoying life at this time," unquote. Wilbon, you are one of the people who wants to see this thing. How are you reading Mayweather's comment?
I don't pay any attention to what Floyd Mayweather says. There's no point in it. It doesn't matter what he says. He'll lie just because he can. And he can tweet out anything and get away with it. This is what apparently happens in this country all the time now. So Floyd Mayweather, who I dislike, and Conor McGregor, who you dislike, this fight has to take place.
For us? For our benefit?
No, for everybody's benefit. And I'm going to make you watch. Even though it starts at 12:45 Eastern time, and you'll be up in 3 hours anyway, I'll make you watch. This is going to get eyeballs. It's going to make them, one of them 200 million, the other one 100 million. They have to fight this fight.
I'll say this. If you tell me that they are going to don regulation gloves and fight inside a regulation ring and use only their hands and not use their feet and stuff like that, then I would want to see that. Yes, I would. But we're at the stage now where both fighters are simply pushing the payroll up. That's all they're doing. They're hyping the fight so that they can get more money and end up with $100 million. So do you believe there will be a fight? It makes sense for that kind of money. I have to read you this quote by Conor McGregor because it's fantastic. This is a direct quote. This is the head quote. If I crack that little head of his, it's going to fly off his shoulders and go into the bleachers. Now, I like a guy who'll say something like that. I do like that. But you know what I like about Floyd Mayweather begrudgingly? Because I hate his habits. He can box. No. It's not that he can. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. And Conor McGregor is never going to hit Floyd Mayweather in the head. Well, he's never hitting him. What is he talking? He's selling already. Half of what Conor McGregor does himself to prepare for a bout is also it's to kick. Well, he's not going to be allowed to kick. You have to box. Floyd Mayweather, if he wanted to, would knock him out in the first round. He'll probably hold him up just to humiliate him. Don't you think? I think it's possible. You got McGregor? You going to Vegas on that? I'm not. No, and I'm not going on Tiger either at 20-1. Let's take a break. Coming up, Julian Edelman compares Jimmy Garoppolo to an elite quarterback. Say what? And I've got some thoughts to share on a big win for a real dog. That's a real dog. Those purse-sized dogs out of here. Get them out. Get them out. It is time to do something wordy to Wilbon. Let's get the first one from the producer over the loudspeaker.
It is blank that Julian Edelman compared Jimmy Garoppolo to Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
It is reaching. It is also loyal and supportive. I think you need to hear the quote exactly. The guy is a stud. He has that kind of gunslinger-like confidence that Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers kind of confidence. So it's not like he said Jimmy Garoppolo is every bit as good as Aaron Rodgers. He didn't do that. Garoppolo was very good in games 1 and 2 for the Patriots, but he's not Tom Brady. Oh, that's true. I'm not going to disagree with any of that. It's exit polling. It's telling me at 2 in the afternoon what's going to happen at 9:30 that night. What? I mean, this is not something you can say yet. It's so premature. You have to have somebody out there in battles. I mean, battle-scarred and battle-tested. There's a reason why old warrior athletes respect those terms so much, because you have to go through it time after time, year after year, and come out on top. I don't think they should trade him. I just don't.
Depends on what they get back. It depends on how long Brady's going to play him.
Next.
Lonzo Ball's dad saying his son will be better than Steph Curry in the NBA is blank.
This is overreaching. One was reaching. One is overreaching. Did you like it? I understand a father's pride. Look, I think my son Michael's a pretty good golfer, but I don't say he's Jordan Spieth. I don't think he can beat him. So Lonzo Bell's dad is asked, how good is he going to be? Looks in the camera. He's asked, might your son be as good as Steph Curry? He goes, heck no, he'll be better. Now, Steph Curry is an MVP.
Asked that question?
He's a champion.
Who asked that?
I mean, I want to know who asked that. TMZ asked it. You ought to be happy that your kid was mentioned in the same sentence with Steph Curry now.
It's just fatherly. I understand this now. I wouldn't have understood this 10 years ago. I understand it now that I have a kid who's playing. And you have pride in your child's
accomplishments. Are you suggesting that Matthew will be better than Steph Curry?
Yeah, I got the video to prove it.
Okay.
And and you know what that is? That's fatherly. It's either delusional
so your kid
or fatherly.
Broke your ankle, and that's why you're on crutches?
Lonzo Ball can ball. Yeah, but Lonzo Ball could be a great player. But you don't even bring out Steph Curry.
He's an MVP.
Unanimous. Don't bring it out.
Next.
Don't say it.
Evgeny Malkin's assist was blank.
It was casual. Most people in hockey are going 100 miles an hour all the time, and Malkin has the puck and he waits, and he waits, and he waits, and he lets the game come to him, and he's the 15th leading assist guy of all active players. He's been a very good player for a very long time, and it reminds me of another Pittsburgh athlete who waits and waits and waits, and then the hole opens up and Le'Veon Bell runs through it.
Yeah. Tony, I don't disagree with that, but it was sleep-inducing, particularly after those pills I had to take. I just nodded off while he was making the second move. Come on already. It was a great play. Don't get me wrong. It was a great artistic play, and it's discipline to be able to wait that long. By the way, the shot has to go upstairs, and it didn't. He got away with sliding one along the ice, and the goaltender's stick didn't stop it. So he got away with the shot and the goal, but it was sleep-inducing. The game is so fast now.
The drugs you had were putting you to sleep. Can I give you one of the great words in the English language?
What?
Versed. See, you don't know what that is.
Versed,
when you're counting backwards from 50 and suddenly you get to 39 and you're asleep.
What happened to counting sheep? What happened
Next.
To that?
Last one. It is blank that a German Shepherd won Best in Show at the Westminster Dog Show.
It is affirming. German Shepherds never win. They've been holding this thing now for 140 years. This is only the second win for a German Shepherd.
Sad.
Once in
People should be
1987
suspended for
and
that.
once last night.
Look at that dog.
German Shepherds.
Beautiful.
Everybody loves German Shepherds. It's the second most popular breed in all of the country. And a Fox Terrier has won 14 times. An Airedale's won 4. Pekingese dog, which you can put in your glove compartment, has won 4 times.
Something called a Papillon has won. The word here is about time. That's what it is. If you can't have a German Shepherd win like 1 every 4 of these things, get it off the stage. These little purse dogs that you now see on planes everywhere.
Can't have
when did airplanes start allowing these little purse dogs on the plane all the time?
I believe.
And they're peeking out at somebody. They're a nuisance.
What's wrong in America.
It is what's wrong in America. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Big German Shepherd who can knock you over when you ring the doorbell and you come home.
My dog
That's what
is
a dog
half
should do.
Shepherd and half Collie.
Good for
That's
you.
a dog.
Big dog.
It's a 70-pound dog.
Good.
I am as tired as
hate little
I
dogs.
love the movie Best in Show. It's one of the great movies I have ever
German
seen. But we need
Shepherds.
a big dog to win here and there.
That's right.
You know?
Alaskan Malamutes. Those are the other ones.
A cormorant.
Give me those. Real dogs.
Big dogs.
Rin Tin Tin. Give me that.
That's it. Let's take one last
Little
break.
punk
Still to
dogs.
come, Carmelo. Can we ever avoid this guy? He makes a prediction about his future.
That story is just for you. And speaking of avoid, could OJ be released from prison this year? Say it ain't so. That sounds like a Chris Rock routine.
Well, he could be.
There is more to me, Queen Eliara of Elfgard, than my elven magic. Just as there's more to Geico than saving you money, Geico also gives you 24/7 access to licensed agents online, on the phone, or on the Geico app. And while I am a mighty elf queen, I am also a mighty big fan of barbecue potato chips. Minions! More smoky mesquite.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Happy time, people. Happy 45th birthday, Jaromir Jagr. Tom Brady, still great on the verge of 40. David Ortiz, great year at 41. Jagr's 45.
Oh, man.
He's got 31 points for the Florida Panthers, third best on the team, so he's earning his money. Only Gordie Howe and Chris Chelios were skaters who played at 45. Jagr is amazing. His first game was in 1990.
Remember like 10 years ago when the Capitals gave up on him? We thought he was washed up?
Yes.
Not exactly.
No. Happy anniversary, Shaq. On this day 8 years ago, you teamed up with the Jabberwockies for a memorable All-Star Game introduction dance. That was spectacular. Shaq remains the rarest of big men, one who gets more endearing every year. Even his terrible commercial with the General is good enough.
I called you from courtside. That was the Staples Center. I told you you had to turn on and watch.
Right.
Shaq had stolen All-Star Weekend. That was the most entertaining thing the whole weekend. He was great.
Happy trails, Brian Flynn. Brian Flynn, we're going to leave Michael Flynn to the news channels. Brian Flynn, the Royals pitcher, will not be joining his teammates for spring training. That's because he fell through the roof of his barn while doing what everyone does on top of a barn. He broke a rib. He has 3 non-displaced fractures in his vertebrae, so leave him off your fantasy team, kids.
Out about 8 weeks. If you're a professional athlete, what are you doing on the roof of anything, fixing something? What are you doing? Call somebody.
You grew up in the Midwest. Did you have a barn?
No. South side of Chicago? Lots
Have
of
you
barns.
ever been on top of a barn, on the roof of a barn?
You know, I actually think I have. I'm not telling you why.
But you didn't fall through. That's
didn't
what you don't
fall
have the
through.
crutches for that particular reason. One correction, one of us suggested that Kareem missed some playoff games for the Lakers due to injury.
You were there for Kareem.
Apparently, that is not exactly true. In fact, Kareem played the 4th most playoff games of all time.
Most playoff games ever. Who? Tell me who.
Jordan?
Derek Fisher.
I wouldn't have gotten to that. Derek Fisher. Yeah. Really?
Most playoff games ever.
Kareem, strangely underrated for a guy that great.
Absurd.
We're running out of show and we go to the big
Let's do it.
Carmelo, you boy,
Yep.
expects to be with the Knicks after the trade deadline. Is that a reasonable expectation?
I think so, Tony, because if he's not going to go to Cleveland or the Clippers, he's got a no-trade clause. He wouldn't go to Orlando. He's going to go to one of those two places or nowhere at all. No, stays a Knick. Former Falcons receiver Roddy White tells WSB Radio that Kyle Shanahan destroyed Atlanta's Super Bowl dream. Is that fair?
Destroyed? Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator on a team that had the best offense. He made some bad calls. That's harsh.
Bad series.
That's harsh, yeah. Sports Illustrated says O.J. Simpson is likely to get paroled later this year. Your thoughts?
My thought is, wherever you are on a public golf course, you look up, you might see O.J. That's where he's going straight to, right? Mark Gottfried is reportedly out as coach of NC State unless the Wolfpack goes on a late run. Is that justified?
6 years, 122 and 81, but 47 and 54 in league. This year, 3 and 10 in league. Look, the ACC is the hardest conference in the country. It's tough there. Last one, number 12 Duke and number 14 UVA tonight. You got?
I got my own worries. I got my Wildcats hosting Maryland, ranked Maryland. If we win.
You win, you're in. You win, you're in. We're out of time. We'll try and do better the next time. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
I'm Mike Wilbon. Same time tomorrow, Knuckleheads. Check us out on iTunes. Get those little dogs off my lawn.
Tyler Brett, shout out. Yeah, baby, the M1. Very good. Good night, Canada.